Hi, this is Mike Garner coming to you, driving my pickup, hands-free, talking to me. I like these rhymes, you've got to have a bit of fun, haven't you? Talking this morning to you guys about being comfortable, and I said it's having comfort at your table, but it's also being comfort able, like being responsible. If you're responsible and you're comfortable and you're pleased and eased, whatever's going on in your life becomes more bearable. All these able words, and it's about your ability to manage yourself, manageable. Are you tolerable? This morning, as careful as I am in my interactions, felt myself getting drawn into a situation, because we are very impressionable. All the words are coming out now, all the able words: tolerable, comfortable, impressionable, responsible. We are quick to judge, and one of the things that we've got to do, in my opinion, is be quick to forgive, be quick to forget, be quick to be agreeable. And the best way to be agreeable and to be likeable is to agree and to do things that you like. Like I like driving around Thailand because I'm looking at things that I would never see in Manchester, where I was born, or in North Wales and the Welsh coastline where I worked for 30 years and I relate to, and I've been to Germany and Spain and Portugal and Poland and Cyprus and Greece and pretty much quite a few places, mainly with my kids on holiday or with my job. And now I'm in Thailand, which I like. But this morning I got drawn into an interaction. I was defending somebody, and that put me at odds with a friend, and we butt heads. We weren't agreeable, we disagreed, and we couldn't meet in the middle. There was no synergy in the conversation, so we basically didn't create a synergy. We pulled apart, detached, which was a wise thing to do. And then about an hour ago, while I've been driving round, which clears my head, I reconsidered the merits of the conversation, my part in the conversation, and whoever's fault it was, and there's no fault, it just is, but whoever instigated it or whoever generated it, I decided to be agreeable. I decided to put the separation, the detachment, to an end, that it wasn't worth losing the connection for one conversation that just went skew-whiff. If you had 3 days to live, who would you want to make up with? Who would you want to apologise to? Who would you want an apology from? Well, in my opinion, you never know when you've got 3 days to live. You never know what's going to happen. I could crash my car now, and that could be the end of it. I mean, in the past as an AA man, I went to a lot of RTAs, road traffic accidents, and my daughter did. And I've shared stories with many people, including my family, and exchanged stories with my daughter. She's been to some horrendous situations where people have house fires, road traffic accidents, car fires, mountain rescue, she did. I was involved in RTAs. We called the AA the Fourth Emergency Service, so I've seen my fair share of unexpected disasters, tragedies, where people have set off on a journey fully expecting to enjoy the day, and then something's happened and it's turned into something unwanted, unexpected. It's tragic. So you just never know. So in the same way that I was always told by my parents when I first got married to always go to bed on a kiss, in other words, don't take an argument to bed, sort it out and wake up each day fresh. Don't continue it, don't carry it over the midnight threshold, which was very good advice. And I do that as best as I can in all situations, whether it's a marriage or a friendship or a corporate commercial thing, a mate. It's finding that common ground, it's finding things that unite you, that bond you rather than that separate you. It's looking for the similarities and not the differences, and it's not looking for arguments. As I say, it's, if you want to be agreeable, be quick to agree. So if you had 3 days to live, or just today, who would you want to apologise to, even if it's not your fault? Apology has got nothing to do with, if you like, admitting that you were wrong or that the other person was right. It's just not wanting to take the negative energy forward. You can apologise and never see the person again, but at least you've cleared the air and you've cleared yourself from the power and the karmic debt, if you like, the energy of the argument, which to me is a negative burden on your soul. You want to sleep peacefully, happily. You want to be light and bright, and if you haven't cut the strings, cut the chords positively, lovingly with somebody, I really recommend you consider that. There's another process that I put my clients through. It's called sending the letter, and it's looking at everybody, contacting everybody, or an email or a message, contacting everybody that you've ever had a fallout with and taking responsibility for it. Just write the letter and say, listen, thank you for being in my life. I take responsibility for my part in our story, and I wish you well. Because from the situation today for me, and in any situation in my life, and I'm sure there's going to be things in the future, disagreements and people who either I have an argument with or they have an argument with me, or try to. I don't generally argue, and I will tell you the situation today wasn't an argument, it was just an exchange of words. They weren't derogatory, we didn't swear, we didn't spit our dummies out, we just had a disagreement. And basically we both said, see, you don't want to be you. Which was very childish really when you look at it. But as I say, it was born out of me. It wasn't even my situation, it was just something that was said to somebody else, and I came to that person's defence, which really possibly I shouldn't have done. It was none of my business, but sometimes things have to be said. But I personally think maybe I got it wrong, and I, hand on heart, hold that up to the light, see that in myself. As I say, I've come out for a drive, I've just been seeing another mate, driving puts you into hypnosis, it's relaxed me, and I've just thought, life's too short. You know, maybe I think the other person's wrong, but even if I'm wrong, probably they think I'm wrong, because everybody takes sides. Doesn't matter who's wrong, it's not kind. Even if I'm right, to create bad energy, to have a bad atmosphere, it's just not the way I want to be. So that's been resolved. I held out an olive branch, metaphorically. I said to the person, let's just system restore, let's just delete that bullshit and go back to where we were before. And you know, that's up to them if they do it. I'm offering that, and we don't have to discuss the disagreement. And I'm just offering this as a story while I'm driving back now to my place in Hua Hin, and saying that's so easy. And you know, I teach and preach love and light, and it's so easy just to, even doing what you think is right, for it not to be very much full of love and light, or even if it is full of love and light, for it to be perceived as not right. You never know how somebody else is going to take your communication. So when it goes wrong, be the bigger person and apologise. I always say apologise, I never say sorry, because I'm not sorry. Sorry is, that's sorry, isn't it? That's sorry. That's happy, that's sorry. I'm not sorry, I'm not a down person, I'm not a sad, sorry person. I'm a powerful, positive person. So I apologise. I apologise doesn't put me below anybody else. I don't stand under them if I'm right or wrong. If I'm right, I don't rise above them. I don't want to be right to make them wrong and put them down. Just a conversation. Although a lot of people, I am aware, and you'll be aware of this, people play games, and quite often they will say things to you to make you wrong, and there's more behind it. It's control. That's quite often where I'll end up standing up for myself, and that can cause friction. Not that I want that, but sometimes you do have to stand up for yourself. I'm just at the lights now looking at all the wonderful motorbikes. I won't flip the camera, it might not get back on me, but I'm just at this junction now. There's a train going to go past in a minute. Here we go. And it's just such fun driving around Thailand. You see such crazy things. It's just a different culture, a different world, a different vibe, different temperature. It's hard to hold on to anger. It's not in my nature, or resentment. So be agreeable. Be quick to agree, and if you fall out, apologise, but don't be sorry, because sorry's got low energy. Maintain your power, but have some integrity, and hold it up to light and do what's right. And if you, throughout your day, do what's right, be happy and positive, and you will get it wrong, as I do, and people will still come at you even if you're perfect, whatever that means, because people are people. But just pause for consideration before you respond. See the bigger picture, and the bigger picture really for me at the moment in such a challenging world is to not add to that. We don't need any more stress and tension amongst normal people, because there's so much suppression, oppression from so-called above coming down on us. We are the masses, if you like. We are, although I believe I'm a god, a goddess, and I teach other people how to be gods and goddesses and how to be sovereign, we're still, if you like, the people on the planet. You know, we're not the government. You know, we're not royalty. We're not the elite, unless you are watching this, and if you are, hello Queen, hello Boris Johnson, hello whoever you are, if you're elite, or you think you are. But for me, as a normal commoner, and I'm quite happy to be a normal commoner, to be a man of the people, I just say that we have got to not fight amongst ourselves. That, you know, there's enough division and society's become divisive, you know. I won't use the word, but people who've had the V and people who haven't had the V. And then you have people with different coloured skin and different political views, persuasions, and people of different religious persuasions, and people of different sexual persuasions, people with different income brackets and different education and different allegiances. You know, people who have different food preferences, you know, meat eaters and vegetarians and fruitarians, and, you know, people who support different sports teams. And there's so many ways that we can be divided and become competitive and disconnected. Well, that's just a divisive system, and for me, we should not allow the system to divide us. We can take sides, but always remember that we live on a round planet where there's no sides, that we're all in this together, and we shouldn't be fighting each other, because when we fight each other, that's when we lose. Which is why I decided today, and I'm teaching from this now, which is clearly why it happens, because I always teach from personal experience, because it's far better to make up, to step up, to hold things up to the light, and to go for what's right. And that's where our power is as a collective. Have a wonderful day. I've got about another 20 minutes driving home. I'm going to put some music on now, and let's see what I've got. If that doesn't cheer you up, if that doesn't put a smile on your face, then nothing will. Have a good day, be powerful, be positive, God bless.